Why, hello there, you gorgeous sod. Welcome to today's session. It is the close of week 6. It is our full body session and thus marking completion of the halfway mark of the Hero Legend program. But don't you worry, if this is the first time we're meeting, firstly, sorry about that. Welcome to the good times here. You're going to have a phenomenal session, even if you're coming at it with no context. Just keep your ears pricked up and do your best. Right now, we're going to spend a few minutes talking about the game plan for today, some thoughts that I'm bringing to the session, as well as what I want your intents to be. Number one, equipment for the session. You're just going to want access to your weight selection, whatever you got going on then. Ideally, you'll have some light, medium, and heavy situations, but nonetheless, you can just do your best. Do your best. I'll be using anything from 12.5 to 20 kilos and 30 kilos. As far as any other extra equipment is concerned, you will see me using a couple of yoga blocks for our range push-up, where we're going to be biasing one side at a time. You can use the head of a dumbbell, you can use a stack of books, or if you're still building your push-up strength, you can simply do regular push-ups. Totally fine. Otherwise, that's the lot. I will be using a bench for the single leg hip thrusts. You could be using absolutely anything, the edge of a chair, couch, sofa, table, or if you have zero elevation access, you can do these on the floor just with a reduced range of motion. That's absolutely fine. So we're kicking off the session with our prime work. All right, looking to prepare ourselves for the session ahead. We're looking at a horse stance good morning. Oh my God, you'll never feel your hips like that again. To prepare those adductors primarily for the Cossack work, we're going to be doing a pressing windmill. Okay, so some really nice rotation and hinge going on there, some shoulder extension lift-offs, as well as ground to overhead to get us fired up, moving weight from ground to overhead. Who'd have thought? We do that for a couple of rounds, then we're going to come into that single arm power snatch. So that's where we're going to be taking a dumbbell from the floor aggressively overhead, sort of getting contact at the hip violently, popping up overhead. So that's our power move. We're going to be doing a set of anywhere from 3 to 5 per arm there at the top of every 90 seconds times 3. So because we're doing per arm, all right, I'll be doing 5 per side more than likely, unless I get up to something really heavy there where I might drop the reps. You'll have enough time to do both sides. Then we'll rest for probably about a minute before repeating. Okay, then we're coming into that foundations piece whereby we're going to be doing 4 sets in 12 minutes of the Cossack and the range push-up. So at the top of minute 1, we do that alternating Cossack. Now the Cossack's really tough. It's a phenomenal single leg exercise, but it's challenging. So if you've been building your foundation with that with me through the low hold Cossack, now we've graduated into the possibility of the deep Cossack. But I want you to meet yourself wherever you're at. This takes time to build the mobility in the hips and ankles. So you'll see me sitting right the way down to that deep position, rotating that straight leg out and turning the toes up. If that's not accessible to you right now, simply do your deepest lateral squat, basically keeping both feet firmly on the ground. The range push-up, again, you can be doing that on the knees. You can be doing that elevated. The range part comes from elevating one side that we're pressing from, so we get a really deep stretch through that chest and shoulder before pressing on up to the top. You'll see me lift that assistance hand off the ground and make some contact at the shoulder. All right, but you can use that as little or as much as you need to make that challenging for yourself. Because it's an EMOM format, you get to choose your reps, but generally we don't want to be working for longer than 45 seconds, so we can grab a breath before moving on to whether it be the other side of the push-up or our next round of Cossacks. All right, then our Fortify, where we're going to be doing 60-second work windows, followed by 30-second rest for 2 sets of the single leg hip thrust. All right, now that can be body weight, because these are tough, especially when you elevate your shoulders like I'm going to be doing on the bench. I'll be trying adding some weight there today. That's really nice, those 60-second windows. They're long working windows. They get challenging towards the end. If you hit 60 seconds without breaking, cool. Then you can make it harder, either by adding weight or going for a harder position if such is the option. Partnered up with a supinated row. All right, so that's palms facing away from us as we row those dumbbells in the bent over position. We can set that up a few ways, primarily just in that nice bent over row hinge position like you're doing at the bottom of a deadlift. You'll see me, like I did last week, might rest my head on the wall or the ledge there to give me a bit of extra stability. So that I can really focus on the rowing and less about the fatigue in the lower back and things like that. And then we've got our real fruity AMRAP finisher here today, whereby we've got these fire hydrants. Really tough movement, primarily looking at that range of motion in the hip, that glute med on the outside, and a bit of a bit of stuff going on in the adductors. Army crawler plank, so down on the forearms, alternating driving the knee up towards the chest there. All right, just a nice solid core movement. And then dumbbell face pull in a bent over or seated position ideally, getting really light dumbbells and pulling them up to the outside of the head to work that shoulder rotator cuff and some rear delt upper back action. That's all from me. We're going to have a damn fine time doing it. I'll talk to you throughout the session. You know how we like to do. And I think we're going to have a great time building our best bodies yet. All right, let's get to it. Okay, you legend. Let's start off with our horse stance. Now we're coming wide here, wide. And if you're really tight in the hips, you might not want to go that low, maybe even like here. But I'm thinking about keeping my bum forward, torso tall, knees pushing out, and I'm finding this position. You should already feel that light up there. I'm going to have my hands just across my chest. We're going to do the good morning part, where I'm going to then just drive the hip back, feel all that stuff on the back of the body light up, and then I'm going to come through. Try not to overarch the lower back as a compensation, keeping it tucked under. Rinse, repeat. All right.
Halfway there.
Drive through. Really think about squeezing the bum line, opening that groin area forward.
10 seconds.
Oh, so simple, so unpleasant. Okay, pressing windmill. We're just going to do 3 reps aside here. So I'm going to go right arm first, which means my left toes are going to be open and pointed to the, my feet are pointed to the left part of me. I'm going to look at the arm, turn myself towards the direction it's facing, and then I'm going to simultaneously hinge and drop down whilst pressing overhead. And then as I come up, drop it back. All right. Only go as low as you feel you can whilst maintaining the position. And that's my 3. Just switch it up to the other side.
10 seconds. Rest.
Lovely. Now our shoulder extension lift-ups, we want to be in front of that elevation that we might be using today. Otherwise you can just simply do it on the floor here. We're just looking to put our shoulders into their extended position.
Round 3.
And then lift them off actively as hard as you can. And then drop back down. Okay, so just exploring some active control of shoulder extension. 2 to 3 second holds, maximum effort.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Lovely. And now finally ground to overhead. I'm going to take my lightest dumbbells, just a couple of 5s here, and we're going to take them from between the feet, close to the body, up and overhead in one fell swoop. Again, just to get used to that snatch position setup that we're going to be using.
Round 4.
So we're here and punch. All right. It's not about challenging the load. It's just getting that coordination, awareness around your hip position, where we're popping the dumbbells, because the setup is similar to the snatch, just without that violent hip contact and the dipping underneath.
Halfway there. Seconds.
Okay.
Rest.
And we're going to come back for another round. Let's start with that horse. Again, going lower, harder. You might find that here is the best position you can be in, slightly higher up, to maintain that position and not arching through the lower back. All right.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Whew. Horsey, horsey. Back to our pressing windmill here. Should have an idea of what's going on now. So we'll be nice and smooth.
Round 6. Halfway there.
Lovely.
10 seconds.
All right.
Rest.
Be into those shoulder extension lift-offs.
Round 7. Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Lovely. And what a lovely day for it we're having. Isn't it nice when Mother Nature is on our side, knowing the mission that we are on? Ground to overhead.
Last round. Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Okay.
Rest.
Now let's just take a quick look at our single arm snatch. If you find that coming from the floor here doesn't feel so hot for you right now, you could be in the hang position, whereby you're just going to swing the dumbbell from between the legs
Rest.
and then jump and pull it up and overhead. I'll be coming from the floor. We're all going to be catching in this power stance position. Like I said, we've got both sides to do in each 90-second window and have enough time to rest so we can stay fresh and explosive. So if you need to bring the reps down and keep it more of like a 3 per side, that's cool. 3 to 6 apiece is the Goldilocks zone, which will be reflected in how much weight you're using. Starting with a 20 here. Main thing I'm thinking, nice and smooth from the floor, and then violently accelerating. Pop at the hip, dip under it as it flies up overhead. You don't want it to throw away from the body. The dumbbell stays as close as you can. All right, center of mass at all times.
10 seconds.
Okay.
Let's go.
Switching sides. Lovely. I'm going to go heavier. I'm feeling good.
Halfway there.
Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Feeling a bit warmer, a bit more alive.
10 seconds.
As the man said.
Round 2.
I'm just going to go with 3 apiece. 50% increase in weight. Sue me, but you know. I was a little sluggish on my lockouts there. You should feel like the weight just ends up and you can lock your arm. You shouldn't feel like you have to finish it with pressing. So sometimes if my timing's a bit off or I'm not quite as snappy as I need to be as the weight goes up, it will require a bit of locking out. So I'll try and be a bit snappier next time, as well as dipping under it so I can lock out without having to press it out.
Seconds.
Alrighty.
Round 3. Last round.
Got it. Okay. That was better.
Halfway there.
Yeah. Cool, we got loads of rest here. Whatever's left of this window plus another minute. That Cossack squat, just a quick recap. Wide stance. I'm going goblet loaded. Coming on down. This might be as far as you go, that's cool. I'm going to be transitioning to then the deep position today. And rinse repeat. Pow. Now because we're doing both legs inside a minute, 3 to 5. 3 to 5 because they're longer reps. You probably want to take some time sitting into that stretch because it'll feel really tight at first.
10 seconds.
3 to 5 per side, depending on the weight you're using, is going to be great there. And then we'll come to the range push-up, whereby
Rest.
we'll either use, like I said, a stack of books, yoga blocks, or even the head of a dumbbell here to really get deep into that side. Now that could be a full push-up position, like I said. You could even do, if you find kneeling push-ups too easy, but full or too hard right now, you could still do the range variation. Just do the lowering phase with the other hand in assistance perhaps. And then reset from the knee. Plenty of options for all of us to be able to work there today. Don't cook it too hard out the gate. Let's just get warm and acquainted, feeling good for those first couple of rounds. And then we can push it up a bit more with the wet reps and the weight combination therein for the last 2 sets, so that we don't hate our lives for 10 minutes.
10 seconds.
Or just me. Cool.
Let's go. Halfway there.
Okay. I just went with four-side there. First set always feels awful.
10 seconds.
Because your joints probably just haven't seen that range of motion today or in a while. Now, let's take a looky-loo here.
Round 2.
So really protract the shoulder at the top. Press hard in so the shoulder blade rounds to the side. Big stretch. Big press.
Halfway there.
See, for me that was a shorter window. 5 reps felt like plenty. I might push them up in the latter rounds, but right now that's cool. That's very cool, man. Oh.
10 seconds. Round 3.
Marvelous.
Halfway there.
Okay. Things will feel a little better this time around. I'm sticking with the same weight.
10 seconds. Round 4. Halfway there.
Cool. I liked it. Felt better. Oh,
10 seconds.
okay. You should also have an idea of these ones now. You know what to expect.
Round 5. Halfway there.
And indeed, nearly halfway there once we've done this arm.
Ten seconds. Round 6.
Come on, big man. I'm going to try the 30. That is a heavy Cossack squat.
Seconds. Round 7. Halfway there.
So just 3 per leg. But I'm happy, felt good at the 30. That was my truth today. Conquer some heavier weights. Sorry, I keep doing this, but the mats are moving around. My OCD is
10
tingling.
seconds. Round 8. Halfway there.
Whew. This is ninja stuff. If you're still here, you're a badass. This is tough.
Round 9.
Yo, Billy. All right, I got a little sloppy towards the end. I'm sorry. I'm going to try and go for a couple of extra reps on the last set to make up for it.
Halfway there.
Oh my god, it's the last of the Cossacks. This was the bit that I was dreading today. Just feeling a little tired, a little
10
tight.
seconds.
As always, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I came.
Round 10.
Oh man.
Halfway there.
Yes. Whew. Heavy bikes. Whew. All right, let's be having ya.
10 seconds. Round 11. Halfway there.
Whew. Spice melange.
10 seconds.
Last one.
Round 12. Last round. Halfway there.
Oh. Okay. I'm doing it. I'm going for the tuck-in. I'm not even sorry. Dad mode engaged.
10 seconds.
It's jolly windy.
Rest.
Okay, single leg hip thrust. That could be on the floor, or it could be shoulders elevated. All good. I find these really hard. I'm going with a 5 kilo on the hip. And we're just going to hold on. Main thing at the top, we don't want to arch that lower back, flare the rib cage. Think about tucking the pelvis under, getting a really good glute squeeze, holding for like half a second, can really be helpful to really tap into that. Again, these aren't tough at the bottom, like a squat or what have you. These are challenging in the shortened position the most at the top of the movement, so we want to prioritize that. I'm gonna lazy boy one leg so I don't have to think about it.
Let's go.
And we're away.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
And rest, Michelle. Too many reps for my liking. I counted 19. Oh, but that sure did feel better than it did last week. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of cruising then. I wear my sunglasses at night. So okay.
Round 2. Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Oh, 19, right in the nick of time. All right, now I'm going to go 12.5 for these bent over rows because it's just a long old set. Two options. We can either just be here, standard. Hiya. Last week, I rested my head right there. You could go top of the head, Ideally, there'll be some cushioning maybe, but that's really nice. Just to give you a bit of extra stability. Whoopsie daisy. Think about driving shoulder blades and elbows back towards your butt. Squeeze and stretch at the bottom. Oh, I'm done. It's a cruel pairing because your glutes are toast from the hip thrust. And then they're lengthened. They're lengthened during those. Right, now what's going on? I'm going to go for the... Oh God, my nipples, they're escaping. How dare you? I'm going to go with the 12.5. That's heavy. That's like a 150% increase from my previous dumbbell, technically speaking. So let's just ride the lightning and see where we get to. Sorry if you can see my nipples. No one signed up for that.
Halfway there.
Oh.
10 seconds. Rest.
Colour me pleasantly surprised. I didn't quite think I would make it that far. Oh, Windy City. In the city. Come on, nipples. Stay away.
Round 5. Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Oh, it's the worst thing that's happened to my butt all week. Now another option is to stick your ass against the wall, because you can put some weight out of it. You can make sure you're not rounding because you'll feel it. I'm gonna try that because I'm feeling all kinds of toasted.
Last round.
Oh my god. Come on, daddy.
Halfway there.
Halfway there, are you on drugs? Oh no. Couldn't tell you why I'm finding that so unbelievably hard today.
Rest.
But here we are. And on that note, here we are coming into the AMRAP. This 8-minute window typically facilitates 2 high quality sets where we're not rushing around. You can live your truth, that's the great thing. Oof. First one is the fire hydrant. There's been a lot of nasty stuff today.
Rest.
But that'll probably be up there for just crazy levels of discomfort. So we're going to do 8 reps of the fire hydrant. We'll be on all fours, half side collapsed. So if I'm working my right leg, my left side is collapsed, right hand pressing down. I'm going to point my knee with the bent knee as high in the sky as I can, and then extend the heel and try and squeeze the leg straight. I'll then flex the knee back and try and point the knee back as high in the sky. And you'll notice if you do this with good intent and work hard, you'll get higher and higher and higher as the set goes on. And your hip will be screaming for mercy.
10 seconds.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, pointing high, kick away, drop, back high. Oh, yeah. And just keep bumping it up every rep. Oh man. Oh god. Army crawler, so I'm going to be on my forearms, butt squeezed, and I imagine there's like barbed wire fence just above my butt and my head. Fence? Would it be a fence? Some sort of terrifying obstacle. So don't stick your ass in the air is what I'm saying. Alternate driving the knee towards that elbow. I'm going to shoot for say 12 a side, sounds good? Oh yeah. And now I'm going to get my lightest dumbbells. 5 feels like 50 here. Face pull, you want to look, if I was looking down at you from above, it would be in this position. Kind of like a W sort of thing. Now you can do this bent over like we were with the row. I'm sitting down because I'm not even going to justify that. I'm not lazy. Look at us. We're out here working hard. I'm not lazy. Anyway. But I'm going to keep my chest puffed up. And I'm going to come like here. Squeeze into the top. Control down. No violent throwing the weights around. Control. 15 was my truth. Oh, all right. Are we at there? About 4.5 minutes. That's perfect. Bit of rest. And we'll do one more set. Okay.
Halfway there.
Oh. Oh, why? Come on, drama. Get a grip. No drama. We don't need no drama. All right. Okay. They call that running down the clock. All right.
One minute.
Oh, yeah. Come on. I've been saying it a lot recently, which, isn't super inspirational, but I did not feel like doing this today. I came home. It's that perfect day in a personal trainer's life. 4 clients, back to back in the morning, 7, 8, 9, 10, bosh. Cycled home in the sunshine, listened to some good music, did the grocery shop, had a nap. So I was staring at the whiteboard in the camera and I was like, oh, I've been burning the candle too hard, I'm tired, and it's 1 p.m.
Well done.
So I had a nap, I had lunch, I did some calls with clients, and then here we are, and I'm so glad. Okay, listen, either on the floor or elevated. We're going to do a little end range shoulder flexion. Don't overarch the back too much, just drop yourself down towards the floor, find that stretch. We're going to do 5 slow breaths. Don't worry about that. As long as it wasn't the camera. I'm going to thread the needle, so similar base position, knuckles facing the floor. Reach through as far as you can through that arm, and then drop your weight onto it. So we're just getting like a nice bit of supple pulling on the outside of the upper back and shoulder. But make sure you're really on there, because it can take it. Side. My giddy aunt. Oh, sorry. Going child's pose with side bend. So butt is on the heels. Reach forward. And I'm going to walk my hands to the left, but keep them long and driving into the ground. So I feel a big stretch on the outside of my right shoulder, armpit, and that mid side of the torso and the lats. To the other side. This will be my last pose here. And that, as they say, is that. I hope you had a great time with me today. I sure did. Really glad I showed up. And well done if you've been following along every session. It's been a pretty dope 6 weeks. I've had a blast. My body feels good. I've had so much fun interacting and training with all of you. So bring on the next 6 weeks, 2 more weeks in our rise phase before we ascend. All right. That's all I got. I'll see you next time.